Training methods of the greatest warriors in history, from Spartans to samurai. Throughout human history, war has been an inseparable part of civilization's development. Victories on battlefields determined the fate of nations, states, and entire empires. That is why martial arts and warrior training were crucial aspects of many cultures. In this article, we will explore the training methods of the greatest warriors in history, from Spartans and samurai to Vikings, Mongol horsemen, Roman legionaries, and other legendary fighters. We will examine not only their physical preparation but also their philosophy, tactical strategies, and the unique characteristics of each warrior class. 1. Spartans, the embodiment of discipline and strength. The Spartans are perhaps the most famous example of relentless military training. Their society revolved entirely around war, and every male was born to fight. The training of a Spartan warrior began in early childhood and progressed through several stages. Childhood in the agoge. At the age of 7, boys were taken from their families and placed in the agoge, a strict military education system. They lived in barracks, endured scarce food supplies, and were forced to steal food to survive. If caught, they were harshly punished. Training included physical conditioning, wrestling, fencing, tactical exercises, and team-based combat drills. One of the most brutal trials was a form of no-rules combat, where there was no mercy. During winter, Spartans trained without clothing to harden both their bodies and spirits. Youth and military service. At 12, boys faced even harsher trials, being sent into the wild to survive on their own. At 18, they became cryptia, secret assassins hunting enslaved helots as a form of initiation. By 20, young Spartans officially joined the army, training with real weapons and participating in actual battles. Military tactics and philosophy. Spartans practiced the phalanx formation, where warriors stood shoulder to shoulder, forming an impenetrable shield wall. Their core belief, return with your shield, or on it, meaning defeat was unacceptable. Discipline and total devotion to military duty were valued above personal life. 2. Vikings, seafaring raiders and fearless warriors. The Vikings were known for their conquests, raids, and naval mastery. Growing up in the harsh Nordic environment, they began their combat training from an early age. Physical training. Viking children engaged in wrestling, fist fights, swimming in icy waters, and agility exercises. Rowing long distances built endurance, arm strength, and back muscles. One common tradition involved carrying massive stones or lifting heavy objects to develop raw strength. Hunting wild animals taught them precision, patience, and silent movement. Weapon mastery. From a young age, Vikings trained with swords, axes, spears, and bows. They practiced fighting against multiple opponents to prepare for the chaos of real battle. A key tactic was the shield wall, which allowed them to withstand enemy charges. Psychological preparation. Vikings believed in Valhalla, a warrior's paradise, where they feasted and fought for eternity, making them fearless in battle. Berserkers, elite warriors, entered a battle trance, becoming unstoppable killing machines. They used special herbs and meditations to induce battle rage. 3. Samurai, warriors of honor and discipline. Samurai were not just professional warriors. They followed Bushido, the way of the warrior, which demanded absolute loyalty to their lord. Their training encompassed both physical and spiritual aspects. Physical and combat training. Samurai trained daily in kenjutsu, the art of swordsmanship, engaging in duels, striking dummies, and meditating before combat. They mastered jujutsu, hand-to-hand combat with throws, blocks, and painful joint manipulations, later forming the basis of jiu-jitsu. Horseback archery, yobu-same, was a required discipline, allowing them to strike down enemies before engaging in melee combat. Mastery of naginata, curved palliarm, and yari, spear, made them versatile warriors. To harden their bodies, they subjected themselves to extreme cold, hunger, and prolonged battle training. Spiritual discipline and tactics. Samurai practiced Zen meditation to maintain focus and calm even in the heat of battle. They followed the Bushido code, which emphasized loyalty, self-discipline, and readiness to die for their lord. Their combat strategy was based on swift, precise strikes. One well-placed sword cut could decide a duel. Samurai operated in well-coordinated units, relying on teamwork and tactical maneuvers. 4. Mongol horsemen, masters of the steppes. The Mongol army, led by Genghis Khan, conquered half the world thanks to their unique training, discipline, and brilliant tactical strategies. Key training elements. Mounted archery. Mongol warriors could shoot accurately even while galloping at full speed. twisting their bodies backward to fire at pursuing enemies. Their bows had powerful draw strength and long range. Endurance. Mongol horsemen could travel up to 100 kilometers per day, surviving on minimal rations like dried meat and fermented mare's milk, kumis. Mobility tactics. Rather than engaging in prolonged battles, they used swift strikes and feigned retreats to lure enemies into traps. Survival skills. Every warrior was trained to hunt for food, navigate the steppes, and repair their own equipment. Harsh discipline. Disobedience was met with severe punishment, including execution for serious offenses. Military organization and strategy. Mongols used a decimal system, squads of 10, 100, 1,000, and tumen, 10,000 riders. They coordinated movements using signal flags, smoke signals, and drum beats, ensuring precise execution of battle plans. Siege warfare. Mongols adopted siege techniques from the Chinese and Persians, using catapults, battering rams, and tunnels to break enemy defenses. Psychological warfare. Before attacking, they spread terror by conducting brutal raids, demonstrating their merciless nature. 5. Roman legionaries. The professional soldiers of antiquity. The Roman army conquered much of the known world through strict discipline, rigorous training, and superior battlefield tactics. Physical training. Legionaries marched 30-40 kilometers daily with full gear, building immense endurance. They trained with heavy wooden swords and shields so that real weapons felt lighter in battle. Mandatory exercises included swimming, javelin throwing, and fortification building. Military organization and discipline. Legionaries served for at least 25 years, undergoing constant drills and real combat experience. Decimation. If a unit showed cowardice, every 10th soldier was executed, ensuring absolute discipline. Each night, even after grueling marches, they built fortified camps to maintain security. Tactics and combat techniques. They used the pilum, a throwing spear that bent upon impact, preventing enemies from raising it. The tortoise formation, testudo, protected them from arrows and projectiles during sieges. Flanking maneuvers allowed them to surround enemies from multiple sides. Legions employed combined attacks, switching from ranged weapons, slings, javelins, to melee combat, gladii and shields. Psychological training. Legionaries were taught to embrace death. Roman citizenship and post-service rewards motivated them to fight to the end. They were instilled with a sense of superiority over barbarians, boosting their morale. Great generals like Caesar and Scipio gave powerful speeches before battle to inspire their troops. Conclusion. While each warrior culture had different training methods, they all shared common values: absolute dedication, physical and mental toughness, and unshakable discipline. Even today, elements of their training influence modern armies, martial arts, and sports, proving that their legacy endures.